Today we are heading to Wrexham, the newly promoted club to League One, are owned by Rob McElhenney and Reynolds, two Hollywood stars. And so today they have given rebuilt Sombrero the keys to the castle at Wrexham, take over this squad, make them not only the best club in League One, the best club in the Championship, but finally the best club in the Premier League and in Europe. However, there are some rules to follow. Looking at this squad, it's a 5 at the back, of course, which as you guys might know by this moment in time, I don't really like that. I want to have width, but for that we need to work a lot. I don't know why Paul Mullen is not in the starting 11. He may be 29, but he's 68 rated by a mile our best player. But as I said, the 5 at the back here, we have Cleworth, who is quite a talent, 2163. Might build a team around him, but otherwise this team it needs a lot of work, especially in defensive positions, as well as Palmer in striker. He's already 32. However, there is one specific rule we need to follow today. We can only buy players who are 23 or younger, so no players above the age actually, of 23, no 24-year-old or older. I'm going to go for the tiki-taka playstyle to go up the leagues. I want us to dominate the possession. After extending about a dozen contracts, we are down to 1 million now in our budget. And we have 3 transfers per season, but of course with 1 million, we can't even go in for one at this point. We've also certainly got one very interesting youth academy player, Renike, a Japanese goalkeeper, 17 years of age, 61 overall, 92 max potential. He's going to get signed up right away. This is the formation that we are rocking with in this first season now. I mean, some players are out of position. Certainly Bolton is a better right midfielder than right back, so we put him there. Lee may need an other player. I mean, he goes into the centre midfield, but we may need another player for that left midfield spot. Otherwise, maybe a new left back, because McLean is already 35. Our first signing of this rebuild with Wrexham is a new left midfielder / left winger. A big talent, only 18 years of age, 61 rated. It is Bazumana Traore joining us for 760k plus Andy Cannon from Hammarby in Sweden. The second player we bring into the club is a new left back, as we've just let go of James McLean. Another 18-year-old to rejuvenate that Wrexham side. It is Clement Bishop, a new left back coming in from Brøndby for 860k. We've also made a whole Easter sales. Anthony Ford, Jacob Mendy, William Boyle, George Evans and James McLean all leaving the club, as well as Liam Hall and Dan Scarr. So Toure and Bischoff come in at a 64 respectively, 63. A good left side now. Of course, McLean, the old man, has been replaced. Mullen and Fall are now up top, as Palmer is going down rapidly, as well as Marriott. Fall is maybe the best talent we've got on that striking spot. The only thing I'm a bit concerned about is our right back options. As a final signing for season number 1 here with Wrexham, we go in for a very talented right back. As I said, we needed to cover up that right back position. We go in for a Chelsea Academy graduate in Joshua Champong for 990k. And so, even though Achiampong is on the same overall than Barnett, both 63, we still have changed the fullback positions. That is the most important thing, in my opinion, to do, as well as that left midfield spot. Next season, we might attack the striking spots. Let's see what Fall can do this season. O'Connell, first season in League One is done and dusted, and we finish in 10th spot, 66 points, 18 wins, 12 draws, 16 losses. A bit too much, I have to say, but nowhere near, of course, bottom positions. Nowhere near the top positions either, where Birmingham City and Bolton go up automatically. The BSM trophy goes to Birmingham City as well, over Tranmere, whilst we were knocked out by Morecambe in round 2. We are looking at 28 goals by Mullen this season, 13 by Lee, 11 for new man Bazumana Toure actually. Fall with only 7 goals, a bit underwhelming. But Rathbone also with 5 goals, 5 assists. What I have to say is that the growth on certain positions is not too bad. Dobson 72, Rathbone 70, Mullen even at a 69. We have Bolton, who is at a 65. Acheampong 66. And Okonkwo has grown to a 72. I have converted Bolton to a right midfield, and he's gone up to a 72. That is crazy growth. Neither the worst nor the best season for Wrexham here in the first one. Spec bang mid-table, a bit closer to the playoff positions, where hopefully we can be at the end of next season. Let's jump to season number 2. Our first signing of season 2 is for a new centre midfielder, as our captain Dobson has submitted a transfer request. We've gone in for a 21-year-old midfielder from Dinamo Zagreb, Petar Sucic, for 5.5 million. Big bucks here paid for Wrexham. We've gone on and sold an ungodly amount of players. Max Cleworth to Pisa. Dobson, the captain, wanted to leave the club, unfortunately, to Valladolid. Ryan Barnett, I wanted to give Acheampong as much game time as possible because Barnett was stealing some from him. Thomas Konau for 1.1 million to Turkey. John Davies to Pau for 520k. O'Connell to Levante. Dalby to Leyton Orient. And then Josh Adam to Legia Danzig, as well as the youth academy player Enrique once again on loan to West Brom. Which means that we are up to quite a royal budget for League One. 9 million for 2 players. What better than a little free agent to go in for? Not a lot of money to be paid, and already could be a starter or a very good backup at least. Centre back, 18 years old. 67 overall. It is the Italian region Fabio Battaglia coming into Wrexham. As well as with our final signing of season number 2, going in for yet another centre-back, an out-of-favour centre-back from Tottenham, a youth academy prospect from them. It is the Englishman Ashley Phillips joining us for 2.1 million from Spurs, a big transfer. This is how our starting 11 for season 2 is coming together. It is Sucic, our new highest rated player, 73 rated, coming from Dinamo Zagreb, and the new centre-back partnership in Battaglia and Phillips. Brunt being on the bench. We hadn't had any other centre-backs apart from Dean, who is only 53 rated. At the end of the season, both strikers, Palmer and Fletcher, both backup rotational strikers, are going to retire, so we'll need to find solutions. There it is, lads. Promotion to the Championship. 46 games, 100 points. We are Centurions in League One, ahead of Sheffield Wednesday. We get promoted. The BSM trophy goes to Stevenage over Notts County. Here we've been knocked out by Notts County, the finalists, in round 3. 24 goals for Mullen, 23 for Bazumana Touré, 18 even for Mofal, and 14 goals and 21 assists for now 78 rated Sucic. What a player. I mean, you can't top a 78 rated player in your team. 74 Touré. Of course, this team is not League 1 quality. Battaglia and Phillips in their 70s as well. Bischoff has disappointed me a little bit here. Acheampong up to a 71 is great. Exactly the type of season I wanted to see from us. Promotion to the Championship as the champions of League 1. Round 2, Round 1 I didn't show you in the FA Cup, BFL Cup. Wasn't really necessary. Round 3 in the Bristol Street Motors, where we still have... we don't have actually a chance anymore to win that, as we will play in the Championship. But, oh well, it's not the most important trophy. Our first signing of season number 3 is for a new striker who will replace Mofal up top. We had around about 6 million, that's why we've gone in for Iker Bravo for 5 from Udinese. His contract was expiring. I don't know where those De La Casa and Chandler guys come from, probably because we didn't have big enough of a squad. But looking at the squad now, we have Bravo, of course, alongside Mullen, who is also 72 rated. But we don't have a lot of money left. Maybe we can sell Fal and get in some more money. We don't have near enough money to make any other signing, so that's the transfer window of season number 3 wrapped up. At the end of our very first championship season with Wrexham, we are sitting in 7th spot, nowhere near the relegation battle. A very good season. 7th spot, Everton and Fulham go up. Leicester, Burnley, Stoke and Luton make it out in the playoffs among themselves. We've been quite far off Luton, only 1 position but 11 points. The FA Cup goes to Man City over Liverpool. We've actually made it into round 4 before getting knocked out by Spurs. And Man City also win the Carabao Cup. Here we've made it into round 3 before getting knocked out by MK Dons. The growth of the team is notable, especially in positions like Sucic, Phillips 75, Sucic 81 by the way, Touré 76, he's out of position somehow, Bolton 74, Acheampong 74, Okonkwo 77. A very good team that has delivered in the championship, no doubts about it. Looking at the stats, we have Sucic at top of it, 16 goals, 7 assists, 16 goals for new striker Bravo as well, 14 even for Fall, who came from the bench most of the times, has gone to 71. He's done not bad, I have to say. 11 goals for Mullen, 9 for Rathbone. Not bad, but Touré, Bazumana Touré, could of course do more in terms of stats. I hope he does so next season. I have to say, quite successful 3 seasons in here. 7th spot in the championship. We've really climbed up the leagues quite well. And next season we could already look at maybe going into the playoffs or even for direct promotion, but therefore everything has to go perfectly. I mean, guys, how do you expect us to fight for promotion if we've only got 6 million in our bank? That is outrageous. I mean, we have to strengthen what we can, and a new centre-back regen from the free agency list I have just stumbled upon. From Brazil, it is Fabricio Pinto joining us for €0, £0 to Wrexham, 19 years of age. And as our final signing of season 4, the second one, we go in for a signing from Borussia Dortmund. He's only 19 as well. Actually, I think he could be 21, but I know doesn't matter. He's younger than 23. It's Kiel Vetchen coming in for 3.5 million plus Rathbone. Vetchen goes into that centre midfield spot alongside Sucic. Vetchen is 21. Sucic 23 at this point. Pinto, of course, not going to be the captain, but he will be in that centre-back spot alongside Phillips. And so 2 of the weakest positions have been strengthened. Hopefully Bischoff can finally kick on. He's only 70 rated. I don't know what went wrong for him. In the meantime, we have managed to sell all 3 of those, Berriet, De La Casa and Burton, the third string goalkeeper, to get in about 1.7 million still. Which means that maybe, just maybe with those 5 million we've still got in our budget, we could go in for one final player. I thought, why not go in with the rest of money for a new left back, a very talented one at this, 22, he's 74 rated and his contract was expiring in 12 months. Of course, I had to put one of my left backs into a swap deal, and so Sebastian Reven has gone the other way to Athletic Club. Patrick Dorgu comes in for 3 million plus Reven. I have made Okonkwo the captain of this side at this moment in time. Dorgu, of course, the new left back, he's 4 higher rated than Bischoff. We have Battaglia on the bench alongside Bischoff. The squad is very thin, I have to say. Brand even goes on there. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to position, order of positions. And so, yeah, this is how we are going into the season. Also, Rennie K returned from loan. He's now the backup goalkeeper, an exciting prospect. That's it. Season 4 is done and dusted, and we are in the promotion playoffs in the championship to go up to the Premier League. Leicester go up alongside Brentford automatically. We are in the playoffs alongside Burnley, Norwich and Coventry. We, however, get thumped by Norwich in the semi-finals, 5-2 on aggregate. And in the end, it is Coventry defeating Norwich in the playoff finals to go to the Premier League. Fulham destroyed by Man City in the FA Cup final. We actually made it into round 5, the round of 16, before getting knocked out by Arsenal, just about as well. And the Carabao are going to Spurs of all clubs over Man City, whilst here we've been knocked out in round 2 by Bolton. We are looking at 34 goals by 77 rated Bravo, Iker Bravo, the top man. Fall already in second with 22, 11 for Touré, who has delivered this season as well. Sucic with 6 and 6. And Andorgu with 4 goals. This side is very, very good. We have Sucic at an 83, Vetchen 77, Bolton 75, maybe alongside Mullen the weakest point of the team. We are coming closer and closer to the promised land, which is the Premier League. And hopefully in Season 5 we can fulfill that final step. As we are edging closer and closer to the Premier League, I want to go in for the biggest players I can get. Probably this guy is going to be a rotational player for the wings, where we are lacking still. He's 23, 76 overall. It is Diego Moreira. His contract was expiring as well for 8.3 million from Strasbourg. The second and probably final player coming in is a new striker, of course. Paul Mullen is going to retire at the end of this season. This guy is a free agent, a regen. We didn't have that much of money. And so that's the reason why we've signed Jesus Raramillo from the free agency list to Wrexham. Jaramillo goes certainly up top alongside Bravo. Moreira might replace, of course, Bolton, who will move to the bench. Lee is still here as well. We have Ike still at the backup goalkeeping spot, but he's the same overall than Okonkwo. I don't know what to do. They shared this lot last season. Our centre-back spots as well as our full-backs are very good. Batchen and Sucic, perfect. Moreira, of course, the new right midfielder now. Chopping and changing with Bolton. He's younger, he's got higher potential. Of course, Moreira, just want to show you, he is not overstepping our rule of 23 under. Just like 5 is done and dusted, and we go up to the Premier League. Finally, 96 points, 6 points behind Wolves, who surprisingly are here in the Championship. We go up ahead of Southampton, 7 points. Luton, Southampton, Watford and Sheffield will make it out between themselves, who goes up alongside the two of us. Watford are the ones making it up alongside us, who beat Sheffield United in the promotion playoff final. West Ham win the FA Cup over Arsenal on penalties. We've been knocked out in the semi-finals by West Ham of the FA Cup. That was very close on penalties. That is crazy. Man City win the Carabao over Brighton. And even here we've made it into the semis, getting knocked out by Brighton. We are looking once again at 26 goals by Bravo, 79 rated, 18 goals, 13 assists for an 84 rated Luka Petar Sucic in the Championship. 17 for Fal, 16 for Aramillo has grown to a 78. Moreira grown to an 80 overall, 7 goals, 9 assists for him. But Jaramillo has been taken away. Fal has taken away game time from Raramillo if you look at the games. 38 for Fal, 28 only for Raramillo. Without a shadow of a doubt, we have a fantastic team. Ike has become the starter. He's 84 rated, the goalkeeper. Dorgu 81. Our backline is absolutely bonkers. Centre midfield as well. The wingers, I mean, Touré hasn't really grown that much. Maybe because he's out of position. We need to address that. Raramillo and Bravo are the two strikers up top. I mean, there has been stolen game time for Raramillo from Fal, but we will address that next season. Season 5 has been a super successful one. Promotion to the Promised Land, which is the Premier League. Semi-finals of both the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. I mean, if that is a sign for things to come, then we can really be excited. The first thing we do this season is bring in a new backup left back, because we are going to sell a too low-rated Bischoff. It is Ramiro Arango joining us from the free agency list. I had to extend a lot of contracts. A lot of money has gone in that. So a good free agent signing, nothing beats that. The second player we signed this season, yet again on a 5-year deal, is a backup midfielder, because Elliot Lee on 66 is the only backup midfielder we had right now. It is an Englishman, 21 years of age, Jack Peters, coming in from Norwich for 12.5 million. After those couple of signings, we've also sold 2 players, Clement Bishop for 2.8 million to Cardiff, and Luis Brun for 4 million, the 4th string centre-back to Leganés. Which means that we are up to about 29 million for one final signing. Finally, after so many rounds of negotiations, I've got one deal over the line. And it wasn't easy at all, guys. However, I'm proud to announce that we have got a hold of Esteban Navarro from Sounders FC in America, in the United States. 30 million plus Touré, our former left winger, a right winger, an exciting prospect, 19 years of age, 80 overall. And I tell you what, guys, I try something absolutely outrageous. This could go horribly wrong. But as Navarro is a right winger, I'm going to put him on that right side, Moreira on the left, Jaramillo and Bravo up top, so a 4-2-4 formation. An incredible first Premier League season, finishing in 8th spot, 61 points, just 16 points behind league winners, Manchester United. The FA Cup goes to Manchester City over Bournemouth. We've made it into round 4 before getting tanked by Man United. And finally, the Carabao goes to Man City over Newcastle on penalties, where we made it into the semi-finals, but getting knocked out narrowly by Newcastle United. Having a first glance at the Champions League, where Manchester City defeat AC Milan in the final. The Europa League goes to Atalanta over Arsenal. And finally, in a very animated match, Chelsea wins 4-3 over Fiorentina. We are looking once again at 28 goals by Bravo, 25 by Jaramillo. Both have grown into their 80s. 14 for new man Navarro, great. 10 goals, 11 assists for Moreira, great as well. We have a really good team on our hands. No wonder they've done so well. 86 rated Zucic, 84 Navarro, 82, 81 rated strikers, 82 Moreira. An 87 rated goalkeeper is very good as well, very important. I'm really proud of the boys. 8th in the Premier League, semi-finals in the Carabao and round 4 in the FA Cup. We've had a magnificent season. We are in 8th place in the Premier League and we only get 32 million. That is a bit of an unlucky thing. That is the reason I first go in for a free agent here in Season 7. A centre-back once more. He's only 21. Regen free agent Emil Kofler joining Wrexham on €0. I know we don't play with a CDM, but I just couldn't pass up on this opportunity. Yet another free agent. He's only 20 and in his 80s already in overall terms. By the name of Samuel Keller. Second free agent joining the club in a row. For now I'm going with this formation. Keller I'm converting to a centre midfielder, which will take about 40 weeks, so half a year, almost a year actually. And Kofler is now the centre back. He's actually 83 rated. I'm a bit unsure what to do. Shall I replace Phillips in that start 11? I do believe so, yes. We have bolstered our budget by selling both Mo Fall to Udinese for 10 million and Flavio Battaglia to Mainz for 12. And so as a man who will give competition a replacement for Fall, but 5 higher overall and 18 years of age only. From Real Madrid his contract was expiring. It is Grégoire Blanchard, maybe the Karim Benzema region, I don't know, for 35 million coming into the club. And so this is the final squad for this season, for season number 7 of course. Lee goes on to the reserves. We've got Blanchard on the bench, 1880 rated. He might become a starter later down the line. As it seems we've even got UEFA Conference League football, where the success, the target of the club is, the board is to win the cup. 7 is done and dusted and we finish in 5th place. I'm really proud of the boys here to see how they've done. 62 points, 15 wins, 17 draws. Too many draws because we've had the least losses in the division, only 6, but 17 draws have killed us. Man City are the champions ahead of Spurs. We do reach our first cup final, but lose it against Aston Villa, the FA Cup final, 2-1. However, we do win our first trophy, defeating Sheffield United in the Carabao Cup on penalties. The Champions League goes to PSG over Atletico Madrid. The Europa League goes to Real Madrid. What are they doing in the Europa League over Frankfurt? We've of course been in the Europa Conference League where we were in the top 4 actually, 4th position, 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. We immediately went to the round of 16 where we got knocked out 3-2 by Elfsborg. What is that nonsense? We were 2-0 up as well and then lost 3-0 at home. That is an embarrassment. In the end it is Anderlecht against AGF defeating them. We are looking at 30 goals by Blanchard, who must have played so many games, 56 games for him, incredible. Bravo has only played 23 games. That is a bit unlucky, but Jaramillo and Blanchard have delivered. 21 goals and 15 assists for Moreira even. And 20 goals, 8 assists for Jaramillo. Of course, we will be playing Europa League football probably next season. And with this side, just look at the players, look at the ratings. Blanchard and Bravo are the same overall, but of course, Blanchard goes into that start 11 because he's 7 years younger. Sucic 87, Keller 83, 84 and 85 rated centre backs, 83 rated Torgu and Acheampong at right back at 82 with Ike in goal, 90 overall, our first 90 rated player in that side. We just about missed out on top 4, but I'm still really happy with how the season unfolded. 5th in the Prem, runner-up in the FA Cup and winner of the Carabao Cup. Good season. I have a very clear plan in season number 8, and that's why I bring in a new right back, so that Achiampong can go to the bench. That makes the bench stronger and the starting 11 as well. The 18-year-old Andres Lopez joining us from Spurs for 50 million, a new right back. We had to spend so much money renewing contracts that we only got 32 million left, so not a lot to do with that. Now guys, hear me out. I go in for a new striker, 18-year-old, 82 free agent. I couldn't pass up on that opportunity. You guys might think this guy is out of his depth. He's completely lost it, but I will explain shortly why I did this. First of it is Toby Seymour joining us, an 18-year-old, 82 rated striker from the free agency list. All of that happened because we sold Iker Bravo to Newcastle United for nearly 80 million. Of course, he was the one to grow the slowest of all the 3 strikers, of the 4 if you want to include the new man Seymour as well. As we've now got 91 million back again in our transfer budget. And that's when we signed an exciting prospect for 86 million, a 20-year-old right winger from Egypt by the name of Selim Nasser. As we can now put Moreira on the bench alongside Seymour, our new backup striker, Jaramillo and Blanchard up top. Nasser goes into that left wing spot, even though he's a right winger, but he's a right-footed player, so I like them to come off the left. Navarro, end of season number 8, and we are the champions of the Premier League. That went very fast, very quickly. Ahead of West Ham in second. That's a wacky top 4. The FA Cup this season goes to Spurs over West Ham. Here we've been knocked out early doors, round 4 by Chelsea. And the Carabao Cup goes to Villa over Spurs, whilst here we've been knocked out in the quarter-finals by Liverpool. Real Madrid win an El Clasico Champions League final over Barcelona. The Conference League goes to Brighton over Lech Poznan from Poland. We've been in the Europa League where we finished in second place behind Chelsea in the league phase. We didn't have to go to a playoff. We went to the round of 16 where we defeated Lazio 4-1. We even defeated Anderlecht 5-4 in the quarterfinals. And we defeated Athletic Club coming from behind in the semi-finals to face Chelsea, who we beat 3-2 an all-English final. We come out on top and win our first European trophy of this rebuild. Stats-wise, it is Blanchard up to an 88. What a player this is. Seymour has scored 29 even. I mean, those two have played so many games. Where is our other striker? I don't know. I don't even find. Here is Jaramillo, only played 8 games. How did that happen? Looking at this team, I absolutely cannot complain. We could have had more involvement for Nasser and Jaramillo. I don't know how they've played so less games. But the centre-back partnership is very good. The right-back Lopez has grown to an 86, Ike 91, Torgu 84. I mean, our team is looking good. The bench is looking very good. Peters up to an 85. He could even start now ahead of Keller as well. I mean, yeah, but maybe not because he's older than him, but it's a fantastic team. We've had a phenomenal season, Premier League champions, round 4 FA Cup, quarterfinals Carabao, and of course the winners of the Europa League. 2 trophies this season. In season 9 we'll have our first visit to the Champions League, and let's see how that goes. Our first signing of season number 9 is a new centre-back. Ashley Phillips wanted to leave the club. Granted, he had an important squad role and he didn't play that much. And so we brought in a new superstar at 19 years of age in Max Meyer for 60 million plus Ashley Phillips. We still got round about 82 million we are really good with in terms of money this season. We've only gone and sold Kjell Vetchen to Aston Villa for 52 million. I've then gone in a straight swap deal with money for a 21-year-old 86 rated centre midfielder from Belgium. He's got that potential to be special. It is Thibaut Desmet, probably the Kevin De Bruyne region. 90 million plus our former centre midfielder Keller, who didn't really grow that much. Meyer goes into that centre-back spot. He's only 20, 86 rated. Desmet is 21, 86 as well. We've now got Peters on the bench alongside Pinto, both very good players as well, who can always slot in. I mean, our squad depth is looking absolutely frightening right now. We don't have too many reserves, only one in fact, Bolton, who will retire as well at the end of the season. But our bench And our starting 11, no one apart from Okonkwo under the overall of 80. And in the starting 11, the lowest rated player seems to be Dorgu at left back. First game of the season, the FA Community Shield at Wembley Stadium with Seymour up top, Desmond in the midfield, Meyer in defence. Let's see how this goes. It's a 5-4 win on penalties. I mean, 90 minutes, what happened there? Navarro and Marquez scored 2 early goals before going to pens where there was only one mistake at Telare for Spurs. We win our first trophy of season number 9. Just a few days later, a little bit of a change starting 11. Pinto in there and Raramio for Blanchard, who got a little bit of a knock. Let's see how this goes against Real Madrid. It's a 3-1 win. Moreira, Jaramillo and Sucic, our captain, score the goals. It's back-to-back trophies here, immediately at the top of the table. At the halfway point after 23 games in the Premier League season number 9. 44 points, 2 points ahead of Liverpool, West Ham, Man United, Aston Villa, Manchester City are all still in the title race. In the Champions League, we have finished in the top 8, 5th place, 17 points, 4 points behind Leverkusen. Well done, boys. In the round of 16, we face Valencia, first away from home with Seymour in the team. Look at those ratings, they've developed so nicely this season. At the Estadio Mestalla on the first leg here, let's see how this goes. It's a 1-all draw, Dorgu and Low with the goals. Second leg at home, with a 1-all draw from the first leg. Can we overcome Valencia? Yes, absolutely. Desmed and Moreira, 3-1 on aggregate, 2-0 on the night. We are through to the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, we will face a much bigger opponent in Borussia Dortmund, first away from home at the BVB Stadium in Dortmund. And it's a 3-2 win. Seymour, Blanchard and Moreira give us a vital away win, a vital advantage over Dortmund. With Raramillo in the starting 11, we face Dortmund at Crown Lane. And we win again, 3-1, Blanchard, a hat-trick hero for Wrexham. And in the semi-finals, we could face either Manchester City, RB Leipzig or AC Milan. Of course, we got the probably most difficult opponent in Manchester City, an all-English affair at Crown Lane in the first leg of the semi-finals. Can we take a route to the final? Yes, it's a 2-0 win. Navarro and Blanchard give us a very vital advantage, heading to Manchester. Here we are then, City of Manchester Stadium, 2-0 advantage. Can we fire our way into a maiden Champions League final for Wrexham? Yes is the answer, but it was so tight. It was so tight. We were 2-0 down, 2-1 then. Haaland scored the third goal to make it 3-1. But Peters in extra time with the goal that sends us to the Champions League final. And in the Champions League final of Season 9, we will face RB Leipzig. We cannot repeat a back-to-back Premier League title as we finish in 3rd place in the end. 6 points of Manchester United, who have become the champions ahead of City on same points. We finish ahead of West Ham though. 3rd place, still if we don't win the Champions League tonight, we will be in that competition come next season. The FA Cup goes to Man United over Wolves. We have been knocked out by Liverpool in round 4. And we win the Carabao Cup. I think I do believe and presume that this is the 2nd time we win the Carabao Cup. Over Chelsea it is, 2-0. The Europa League goes to Liverpool over Ajax. And finally the Conference League to Marseille over Real Sociedad. Before we play the Champions League final, let's have a look at the stats. 33 goals for 91 rated Blanchard. 26 for Nasser, who is 86 rated. 22 for Seymour, who is 89 rated. I mean, what a team we've built. 14 goals, 16 assists for Navarro. 91 rated. 90 rated Sucic with 7 and 12 as well. So many great players grace this team. Just look at the overall, the sheer quality. So many players in their 90s or close to it. This is the team we will face. Šeško up top, Elmas still there, Xavaschlager in midfield. We have Trafford in net, Konate on the bench. A great side, even Diego Lopez on the bench. A great side. This is the Smith, maybe the De Bruyne region. This is Dorgu, Patrick Dorgu, our left back. with a good cross inside, but Trafford collects. Good interception, good play. Blanchard looking for Seymour with the 1-0. 10 minutes in, assist by Blanchard, and the goal, the finish by Seymour with his left foot. Just look at this little play here. Tac, tac, tac. Sucic, Blanchard, Seymour. And a cool, calm and collected finish. 1-0 Wrexham. Oh, we win the ball back here in a dangerous spot. This is Seymour again getting played in by Navarro. Real chance to make it 2. But Trafford with a great save. Great interception once more in midfield. Seymour again on the ball. He's so mobile. Look at this. Going past this guy here. Again, big chance and another save by Trafford. Sucic on the rebound with a power shot. Again Trafford, still ourselves on the ball. Still Seymour, who can't get it onto the plate for the striker. But Sucic again deflected and corner. Navarro on the corner kick. Navarro bringing it inside. Meyer has set himself free. Again, another chance. Leipzig under the cosh here. And Navarro regains the ball. This is Blanchard again. Blanchard still blocked. Oh, what a mistake by the Leipzig defenders. Seymour is onto it. 2-0. We were all over them. They were under the course here, Leipzig. And it's a deserved 2-0 lead. Look at this mistake here. You can't just feed Navarro like that, who he, on his part, feeds Seymour. And he just finishes it off once again, like the first one, with absolute calmness in his veins. Now another counter-attack maybe. Great ball into Seymour. Can he go for a hat-trick here? It's a foul! No, says the referee. Trafford nearly spurges this one, but he doesn't. And in the end, maybe Moreira can still create it. It's Blanchard and Trafford again. And now we can go on the counter again. It's Moreira. Moreira didn't see Navarro. Now he sees him. This is Navarro. Too easy for Esteban Navarro. Navarro! But Trafford saves all over again. Without Trafford, they would have been destroyed. And now they could get destroyed still. As Seymour goes for that trick. On the rebound, Navarro tried to get it in. Trafford saves, but he can't save the rebound. It's a hat-trick in the Champions League final for striker Seymour. Just look at, once again, the interception. Navarro gets the shot off. Trafford saves, but Seymour gets it in on the second try. And the Smith losing out. That is a dangerous position to lose the ball in. Leipzig, a real chance here. And our goalkeeper with a nice save for the first time in the game as well. And now Seymour has once again broken free. Gives it this time unegoistically into Blanchard, who hits the post. That could have been the fourth goal. Should have been as well. Now Leipzig with a little bit of intricate play here. This is Lopez. He's good on the ball. But Meyer is a phenomenal defender as well. We bring on Arango and Nasser on the left side, as well as Raramio up top. And then I'm going to go for Pinto instead of Kofla. This is Ontivero. Into Uedraogo, who does a lot of step-overs and then gets his goal. Leipzig at 1 goal back. He celebrates with Uedraogo. If I was in his place, I would pick the ball up and run to the halfway line, but he doesn't seem to be urged at all. Leipzig have been much better in the second half. Now they could get a second back here, but we defend like champions. And now we could go on one more counter. This is Raramio into Seymour. Seymour looking back for Raramio. The Joker making it 4-1 in stoppage time to seal the victory. 3 goals, cushion restored. We are 4-1 up. And that was the last kick of the game. We win 4-1. The Champions League is done and dusted. Wrexham on top of Europe. Absolutely dismantling Leipzig. Hat-trick Seymour. 1 goal by Jaramillo. Uedraogo gave them 1 back. But it doesn't matter, as we will lift the Champions League. Our captain Sucic, the man we bought very early doors, will soon lift the biggest trophy there is to win in club football. But lads, if you enjoyed this rebuild, then please consider dropping a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, and tell me in the comments what else you'd like to see next, what other rebuilds I should consider doing. For now, I'm gonna leave you alone. Enjoy the title celebrations as Sucic is going to lift the trophy, our number 7. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day. It's been Rebuild Sombrero. I'm out.